In this video, we will talk about the huge bullish week that is upon us. Statistically, this can be a quite bullish week. Also, we will dive into the technicals. So we will see what this next week brings up for BitMine. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the game, I'm the Wolf of Dubai.
Welcome to a brand new video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny and I'm looking for 10x stocks that can go 10, 20, 30x like I did for Tesla. And my subscribers, they bought actually houses and apartments. You should follow me on all of my channels. Now also my third channel that I just created. And the goal is to have many channels where I can talk about BitMine and other stocks that we believe that can go absolutely parabolic, right? So, and if you want to trade on the side as well, then make sure to go on extenddaytrading.com where you can schedule a call with me personally and we see if we can help you as well before we increase our joining fee at the end of the month. On the website, you see how many places are still open for November to join. And what we are doing, we're using our own AutoPilot software that I invested $1 million, more over than $1 million to create this kind of software. And we have a whole day trading team that is working for you, looking into opportunities and then sending those trades into your portfolio. So it's all done for you. And we want to achieve between 8 to 15% per month. So if you start with $10,000, you should be somewhere around like 58,000 after 12 months. Okay, if this is interesting, all done for you, then check out and schedule a call. Now, the next week is a short week. Okay, so first of all, on the 27th, it must be Thursday, the market is closed, and therefore also on Friday there will be not so much volume. So we can actually have only Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as really big days, okay? And usually this week towards that holiday is a little bit bullish, okay? So I see that always like a chance because once we look in a couple of minutes into the technicals, you see that we are a very oversold situation, right? I just posted this on X. Only this week, we lost 23%, okay? So while that happened, actually the company did amazing things, right? We had phenomenal earnings, we had more buying of ETH, we had more cash to buy more as long as Ethereum drops. They got a specialist to time the purchases of Ethereum. They actually got the whole new management team, like a new CEO, which is fantastic. Then they got people on the board as well, which is also phenomenal. So they told us about the earnings, they told us about the dividend, they told us about the annual shareholder meeting. Like the company is doing fantastically inside. Just the outside that the stock price is not reflecting this because Ethereum is not doing well and the whole crypto market is not doing well. And now the stock market even followed, giving it the final pressure. But as more you pressure a stock, and then if the company delivers and there will be a bounce, then you can see like a huge bounce in BitMine. I think that, just by 1 or 2 days, we can see fantastic moves of maybe, 10, 20% in one day because all the selling pressure comes to an end. And then, as the bears are exhausted, the bulls take over and then you have the FOMO buying. You have the people that actually sold, they want to get back in, and so on and so forth. So you have this huge wave of bullishness sentiment, the bullish buyers, and maybe the end of this huge selling spree. Okay, now let's dive into the technicals and then we will see how that could look like.
First of all, Ethereum is a little up here over the weekend, right? So we kind of getting from the lows a little bit higher. So we visited the lows here with 2,636. Since then, we recovered about maybe 7% or something. So BitMine should follow tomorrow. I think that maybe we have also seen the lows here at 24.59. Okay, so but when you're looking into the chart, you obviously want to see a couple of things. Okay, so first of all, I think the 25 level is good. We kind of tested it, went below it intraday, then we recovered and stay above. Okay, and as you can see here, we barely went under the VWAP. And you can also see if we are going into a longer time frame, then even though we did those new lows here, the RSI didn't follow. okay, the RSI went into 14, which is very, very oversold. As you can see, we never reached that level in the last couple of 3 months. If we're going into 6 months, we also never reach that level. Okay, the maximum level that we actually went to was always before recovering around like 30, right? Now we went to like 14, so that's quite very oversold, that we never saw the stock being that oversold. And now you can see here my prediction was that sometime we will do this test. I never thought that it will be so late, and I never thought it will be so steep, but in the end of the day, I also then predicted we will go back to those levels, right? So when this will happen, maybe it will happen from here. That would be a good start, right? So that would be a fantastic low, because obviously this looks very bearish, but once we rescue that, that could look very bullish again, because then we come back to those levels where there's like a lot of buying pressure, and then we can go to like 40s, 50s, 60s quite fast. Okay, remember, like here, look at this, what happened. We tested the 30 levels, 1, 2, 3. That was the first time we tested it on the 29th July. Then we tested it on the 1st of August. Then we tested it 5th of August. And then we snapped, from 30 to like 70 within like, what is it? How many days? 4 to like in 7 days. Okay, 7 days we gained like 100%. If that will be again the case, then we see 50 very, very fast, okay, within a week or so. So that will be quite interesting. So those are the things that I'm looking at. If you're looking into Ethereum chart, you see something very similar. Let's go, for example, the last 6 months. Also here, even though we got those lows, the RSI got better and recovering here as well. In terms of levels, I think that 250 is an important level, but as long as we stay above that, I think this is like kind of psychological levels, right? Always like this 2,500, 3,500, 4,000, and so on and so forth, are all very big psychological levels, but I think everything looks quite good if we recover here, okay? Once we over 3,000, we can be very explosive, by the way, okay? Here, because we are breaking the downtrend again. Let's dive back to the vlog.
So as you can see, everything set up for a very, very nice week. We shall see, and we will definitely look forward. The market is currently one of the reasons also for the sell-off is that, they are maybe thinking, will the Fed cut or not, which could help crypto a lot, right? Crypto really likes low interest rates and more money to the market because this is risk on assets, right? So, the market has a couple of things that pressuring crypto right now, but I think that this is just over in the next couple of days or maybe a week or two, okay? So with that said, let me know in the comments what you did with your Bitmain shares already, and let me know what you do next week, what you're planning. You're planning to buy more, you're planning to sell out of the position, what is going on, let me know, and I see you tomorrow for a brand new video. And don't forget to subscribe to all of my YouTube channels, and I'm seeing you tomorrow, and thank you very much for watching.